Welcome to Shovelware Diggers. Our dig team is currently excavating the Softkey Shareware 2000 hit games 2CD collection. You can find a link in the video description listing the entire directory structure of this archive. Here's what our diggers have for week 285. For more information on how to join the dig team, simply follow the Patreon link in the video description. Now, without further ado, let's get to it. First up, Zinfidel ZT has dug up DOSGAMES /cards/TOMPITCH. Not sure what to expect with this one, other than it's probably going to be a card game of some kind. We got a bugs .exe, whatever that is. File ID.diz, license.doc. We got a pitch.doc, exe, scr, and tmp. And TMP is probably temporary files. Register, Tomcats, oh no. This is probably a Tommy's Toys product. Oh boy. So that just suddenly made this very hit or miss in terms of what its quality is going to be like. Let's see here. Type file ID. There it goes. File ID.diz. Tommy's Pitch. Play Auction Pitch, the traveling salesman's favorite card game, with this neat low-price shareware toy. It works with any IBM PC or clone, any monitor, no mouse or joystick needed. Written by aliens from outer space. Well, that's just a plain old lie. Yeah, I really need to do a video on Tommy's Toys someday. The problem is that you can't get all of them anymore. Like, the website is sort of still around, but you can't get everything from it. So it's almost like pointless to even attempt it, because there's so many of them that it would take, like, it'd be difficult to do a video on it for sure, just from the sheer quantity. I guess we could try looking at the doc. Well, usually these ones are pretty good at just getting you into the game, and sometimes they actually have like demonstration modes so that you don't even have to play it. You can just watch the game play. But the question is, which executable are we about to run? Probably not the BBS one. I'm going to say, well, there's also that tomcats.exe. Like, that one has me curious as to if it has anything to do with the game here. Or no way, it's probably going to be a catalog. Let's just run it anyways. Yep, it's catalog. Okay, I had that one right. So, pitch. So, Tommy's Pitch, 1993, Tommy's Toys. Press spacebar to begin. Okay, I've been sitting here for over a minute, and this music's still going. Like, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to include this music in its entirety at the end of the video, because this is way longer than I was expecting. Okay, the music kept going for a moment when I actually went into the screen here, but then it stopped. So it seems like it was just playing sections of melody one after another. But anyways, so use arrow keys and enter, hit escape when done. So number of players. Oh, you're not allowed to select one player. That might pose an issue. Initial pots, I don't know, 10? Oh, you gotta escape. Okay. So, oh wow, there's a bunch of things here. I got a funny feeling this game's a lot more complicated than it might seem. Okay, I do see the demo thing in the corner there. So, at the very least, we'll be able to just watch the gameplay itself. So, like, see right now it's saying player 1, your bid, etc., etc. Okay, so, well, I guess we could, like, take a look at the instructions, because that'll at least tell us what this game even is. So, this toy plays Auction Pitch, a card game that goes back to the 19th century and is most popular in New England, but played everywhere because it's fun. This is the first time I've ever heard of this one, so maybe not as fun as they think it is? I don't know. The idea is that after the deal there is an auction where players bid on who can win the most points during the trick playing, and the highest bidder gets to pitch the first card on the table, thereby naming the trump suit. The fun part is that if pitcher can't live up to his contract, he is set back by his bid, therefore during play the other players combine against him and try to keep him from it by pitching cards he needs at other players. This already sounds really freaking confusing. Oh, hang on, this isn't a 2 to 7 player game, it's actually only a 1 player game, it's just the computer plays all the other players. Okay, that's good to know. Although I'm still thinking I might just have to put it in demo mode. Standard 50 card deck is used, ace is high, deuce is low. Yeah, I'm reading through these rules and I'm already just like, it's going way over my head. So yeah, let's just put it into demo mode and see how this goes. So F2 for demo. So it's queen and, oh wow, this is actually going kind of fast. Okay, so I'm watching what's going on here. So this does seem to have some similarities to other games of this nature. Yeah, it seems to have some similarities to this similar card games that I've seen before, where it seems that the suit is the most important aspect, but then also the value of the card is also important. Especially if no one in a particular round is playing that suit. Apparently I won though, but then I'm not the one playing. I've got it in demo mode, so I mean maybe it's not that bad. So let's actually put it back into play mode. Let's see if I can actually survive this. So player 1, what's your bid? Let's say my bid is 3. So what card am I going to pick? I am going to pick... Probably don't want to do the ace of diamonds, but how do I actually select a... Why can't I select a different card? I can't tell how to select different cards, and I even looked through the instructions. I didn't see any things for it, unless I have to choose the ace of diamonds for some reason, because it's an ace. I guess maybe? But now I don't have any diamonds left, so I guess choose... Yeah, now it's highlighting the king, and I can't choose anything else. Okay, so this time I'm going to say bet 2. And then, once again, it's not letting me choose different cards. Do I have to use numeric... Oh. That's why I couldn't choose different cards, because you have to use the numeric keypad for whatever reason. Okay, well, looking at what I have, I think maybe that choosing a... I think maybe betting 2 is a bad idea. So yeah, if you don't have the right suit, then you just have to sort of pick whatever. So let's see, for this one I think I'm going to bet... I think I'm going to bid 2. So that's going to get me the pitch. And then for my first card, I think I'm going to pick the 2 of hearts. Okay. So he's just played a jack of spades, so I can beat that with either any heart or any other suit that's higher than jack, but the only thing I have is hearts, so get that. So now it makes it my card, and I'm going to save that. Actually, he probably doesn't have any hearts left, so I'm going to save that queen of hearts. We'll try the 9 of diamonds. Okay, he couldn't beat that. Do the 6 of clubs. Couldn't beat that either. I think I'm going to play the 3 last, so let's play the queen. He's not going to be able to beat that. Oh, he was able to beat that 3. Okay, so I think I actually got that one. Now in this case, I'm going to play the ace of spades, because that's the suit that the pitch is, so that should be valid for that. Now the question is, does he have any spades left? Probably not. So I'm going to save that ace of spades, going to play the 8 of hearts. Now he had a better heart. So in this case, I'm going to play the ace of spades. And... okay, that actually went really bad. Okay, so I do kind of understand what's going on here, but... still not really my kind of card game. But, you know, at least it works. Next up, from Joseph Adams, we've got WINGAMES /NEWWIN /magic. This could be literally anything. So, where is it? Magic. So we got a file id.diz, a couple executables, and a couple readmes. Huh. Well, let's do the file ID.diz first. Dominoes for Windows. That tells us virtually nothing other than that it's a Dominoes game. What's the README first say? Legal stuff. Magic is the copyrighted material of Jiffysoft. May be used only in accordance with the conditions that follow. Magic is distributed for evaluation purposes, not in public domain, not free software. Magic may not be used in any unlawful or illegal manner. How do you use a Dominoes game on a computer to conduct illegal or illicit activities? I mean, maybe you could like gamble on it or something, but I don't know. And then the readme.txt here is basic instructions. So it says game work down Windows 3.0 in S or E. This game not work in real mode. Okay, that's phrased weird. I should note there's a Spanish version of these instructions at the start here. So it definitely seems to me like the author does not have English as their first language. So that game consists in make one magic square with 18 dominoes of kind manner, then as much their files as their columns and their diagonals, sum one specific number. Yeah, that's not very good English. I'm starting to wonder if maybe this wasn't actually translated by somebody who knows how to speak English at all. This almost sounds like it was done by someone just typing words into one of those old-style language converters and then just plopping the words in. Especially if you actually look up at the Spanish version here. And it almost seems like the number of words used is the same as the number of words used in the English. Like, that's the feeling I'm getting here, is that this is not so much a language translation as it is a word translation. And that's why it sounds very broken. Okay, well, hopefully the game itself actually plays a bit better than it sounds. Anyways, we got magic. So it is indeed some dominoes. And so we got an author's page here. Apparently this was made in 1991 by, again, Jiffysoft. I think there was a name in the other README, which might have been the person who made it. Carlos Fragio. Not sure how to pronounce the last name there, but... And it said it wasn't free software, but it says here if you like the game, please consider a contribution of $5. So I'm guessing it wasn't like a hard registration thing, but... So you can either play to 13 to 17 to 23 points. So I'm not entirely certain what we're doing here because the instructions weren't that good. But let's see let's just see what happens if we click on stuff. So if we click on a domino, it's not click and drag. If I drag, nothing happens. So if I click down, okay, so 1 and 5 are there. So just from the nature of this, I'm guessing that maybe what we're supposed to do is get 13 in every column and row, maybe? Actually, let's go back to those instructions for a second here, because even though the English is broken, we may be able to deduce what's actually going on just from the way this is worded. Yeah, this definitely sounds like a Sudoku type of thing, except unlike Sudoku, where I don't think diagonals are a thing, although maybe they are, this one definitely has a diagonal going on here and here. So we not only have to get this magic number along all the horizontals and verticals, but we also have to get it on the diagonals. So that might be a bit tricky. Okay, and it looks like if you right-click on a domino, you can change its orientation. So that's good. Because I was clicking these in, I'm thinking, well, how do you change the orientation? But no, it's a right-click to do that. So that explains that. Although it occurs to me that there's actually more dominoes than there are spaces. So that would suggest that there may actually be multiple solutions for each potential point value and such. Maybe? So the thing I'm thinking first here is to try and get the diagonals in with as few points accumulated as possible, and then try to fill in the rest following. It's probably a terrible idea, but I'm not really sure how else to approach this. I'm not a Sudoku player, so yeah, one thing I'm noticing with how I've arranged everything so far is that this row and this column both only have a value of 1 in them so far. So I can probably get away with putting a much higher value there. So let's actually get rid of this one. And then we'll go with... I actually already put blank 6 and blank 5 on the board, so we'll do the blank 4 instead. And then... one thing that's a little annoying is that if you accidentally select a piece, you can't really deselect it other than putting it back and then putting it back in. So that's kind of annoying, but not really that big a deal. Okay, so I got a few of these set to 13. Let's see if we can get these ones figured out. So this is a 10, which means it needs 3 more. But no matter which one we put up here, it's not going to give a lot of points to these. And then this 9 would still need a lot more. I got a funny feeling this isn't going to work out properly. Well, actually, let's try moving this 5 out of here. And let's try putting the double 5 there. Okay. And then, well, if we put blank 5 here, then that's actually going to be too much for this column. So what if instead we put... oh no, wait, that's not going to work because that's... or actually, wait a minute. Let's put 6, 1 here instead. And then let's do, instead of the 5, 5, let's do the 5, 4. I haven't used the 5, 4 yet, right? Yeah, so, whoops. And then put the 5, 4 there, switch it around. These both need to, these are both at 7, this row and this column. If I get rid of this, and then that needs to be a blank going down. Okay, that's, yeah, it's not going to work out so well. Yeah, as expected, this is actually pretty complex. There's a lot of interactions going on here, although I do still imagine that the solution's probably... well, actually, you know what? Just based on the point values here, I'm going to guess that the 17 and 18, like in that area, is probably going to be easier to solve for than the 13 to 23. In fact, 18 is probably going to be the easiest just because it's in the middle of these two. I could be wrong about that, but just by the nature of how this kind of stuff works, given the kinds of pieces we're working with, it kind of makes sense that the middle value is going to be the easiest one to find a solution for. So that was Magic. That was basically a Sudoku game, but with dominoes. So it's interesting. Doesn't control perfectly, but it works well enough. The author was only asking $5. It just needs to do a better job of explaining itself, and then it'd be okay. And our last take for today from Michael Madsen is WINGAMES/board/chess321. Well, obviously we have a chess program of some kind, chess321. The question is, whoa, that is a lot of files. Oh, it's because it includes source code. That's not common. Definitely don't see source code that often with this kind of stuff. The only trick is, where's our actual, like, documentation? Well, we do have a file id.dis. So GNU Chess version 3.21, the strongest of the popular chess programs. Well, that's definitely interesting, seeing a GNU Chess program this early on. What is even the file dates? 1994. So, yeah, that kind of licensing has been around for quite a while. So that kind of suggests this is going to be... well, first of all, it explains why all the source code is included. Do we have a help? We do have a help file here. So learn how to use help. You choose using help. Okay, we don't need to do that. How to play. To move a piece, place the mouse cursor over the piece. Click the left mouse button once, move the cursor to the desired square, click again. Okay, so it's not a click and drag thing. So we do have an article here. What is GNU Chess? Apparently this was started by Stuart Crockreft? Not quite sure how to pronounce his last name there. 1987, 88, 89, 1990. Said GNU Chess is a communal chess program. Contributors donate their time and effort in order to make it a stronger, better, sleeker program. Contributions take many forms, interfaces to high-resolution displays, opening book treaty. I'm not entirely certain how to pronounce that word. Is that like treatises or something like that? I'm not sure. speedups of the underlying algorithms, additions of extra heuristics. These contributions are then distributed to the large user base so that all may enjoy the fruits of our labor. The original and continuing purpose of this project is to permanently end the rampant hoarding of computer chess software that has been the case for the past 20 years. Holy jeez. So yeah, programs like this are usually started by one person and then a whole bunch of other people get in on making it. So this is going to be quite the program from the looks of it. I guess we'll just run it. So chess.exe. And I know what you're thinking. Does it maximize? I'm going to guess yes. Even though it doesn't look like it should, I'm going to guess yes. Well, that was a bet I would have lost. Okay, so instead of white and black, we've got white and red for our pieces. Although the red pieces are still called black for some reason. Not sure what that's about. I mean, we can change it to black. I just pick black from here, and there we go. We got black pieces. And yeah, if we look at the about screen here, there's actually some more names here. I got a Daryl Baker for this particular compilation, and apparently copyright to the Free Software Foundation. And then there's also John Stanbeck, who's also mentioned for the second version original, or whichever. So yeah, there's a lot of people involved, which kind of expected. We can pick which side, do timing, or that's skill. And we can actually set the maximum search depth. Apparently this says 29. I don't know how... Like, if I turn it off of easy, is it still going to say 29? Yeah, so I'm not sure how easy this easy mode is going to be. And we also have a thing here for search stats, which I'm guessing this is going to show us like how the AI is figuring stuff out. And it looks like we can also set up the board however we want. So if we wanted to like play from a particular scenario or something. So, oh, if I hit new game, it gets rid of the search stats. Okay then. So anyways, I am playing the white players, and I'm probably going to end up losing, because I'm playing against the computer. That's never going to go well. Although I do like how the computer immediately made a move where I could do that special pawn taking, but I'm not going to, because then that would expose my king, or queen, and that probably wouldn't go so well. So I think instead, let's do this move like this. So, yeah, so far the computer's just sort of copying me, which, okay. Let's do my pawn like that. So I also noticed I've got sort of a timer counting down. Or it's not counting down at the moment. Not sure what's up with that. Okay, things are getting interesting. Now I'm going to move this pawn 2 spaces. Illegal move. Wait, what? How is that an illegal move? Oh, this... Okay, I didn't see that. That explains a few things. And it just occurred to me that I don't have a good defense against this. Because this is pretty much my only defense against being in check there. And then what the computer can do is, yeah, do that, and I can take it, sure, but I just lost my king, or queen. I always get the two mixed up. Yeah, I don't like where this is going. Probably the worst game of chess I've ever played, but then I'm trying to go fast because I've got this timer that keeps going down. Yeah, this is gonna end real badly, real fast. Okay, so the computer is convinced, because it just made a little statement saying computer will soon mate. Computer is convinced it's about to get me into checkmate. So I find that interesting that it has a warning like that. Also, it's actually kind of annoying that it keeps saying that. But yeah, I don't have any real significant options left here. So as soon as I do this move, yeah, I'm done. So that was GNU Chess, probably one of the most ruthless chess games we've played so far, even though it's telling us exactly what it's doing, and we do have skill settings and everything. Like, I mean, I could set the depth to 1 and the thing would probably fail miserably, but, you know, it is what it is. A free piece of chess software made by multiple people over the years, and, yeah, it does the job.